Going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. He'll bring it out. It's Merritt. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cowboys offense has the ball first today. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
Quickly to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Anderson wants to throw. Quickly complete. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Man, what makes this offense so difficult to defend is they've got receivers that have speed and that can separate. On the first drive of the game, they found a soft spot in the middle of the field, and they took advantage.
And the Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it behind the line, it's Durham. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
The Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Cowboys started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. The give to the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Anderson will throw. Pressure coming. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wyoming!
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Utah's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. It's not the elevation giving you shortness of breath. This crowd alive to try to help the Cowboys. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They punted away on fourth down. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Anderson wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Back to pass on second down. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Here's the pressure. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking to throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it for a big play. Open spaces. Touchdown, Utes! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Merritt. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Anderson will throw. Makes the grab. It's Sargent. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
The Cowboys line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 33.
And that's a first down.
And the Cowboys have their offense in high gear. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Holman. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Holman. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
The Cowboys with the 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He breaks a tackle. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He'll do it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Finds his target down the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Cowboys line it up with a 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now on the move. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Dampier. On the run, still looking. Finds a crease at the 20. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
A strike downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Buying some time. Quarterback got it himself. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get 1st downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice game.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And the Utes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Now from inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, who's got a better seat there today in Laramie than you do? And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the highest elevation in all of college football, War Memorial Stadium.
The Cowboys will kick start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Going to the run to start this second half.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Utes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Offense in a bunch formation. Second down, they'll go to the air. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
The elevation isn't the only thing to worry about up here. This crowd making its presence felt on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Oh, he makes a catch.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Breaks into the open, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! And that one will give them the lead.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Anderson wants to throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Give to the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The give to the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He wants to throw. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fires one high and deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
And the Utes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utes! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Blasted as he lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Sargent. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
And that is another first down for the offense.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Anderson will throw. Fires to the big fella. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Cowboys come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They'll run it on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on second and goal. Anderson wants to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cowboys! Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Breaks the tackle. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
It's not the elevation giving you shortness of breath. This crowd alive to try to help the Cowboys. They'll try to run for it. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. Looking for room, it's Parker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Utes are marching down the field. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Anderson will throw. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Quarterbacks get all the credit, rightfully so. They're the guys taking the snap every play. But my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket before he had to throw a stripe for a completion.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, and you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man on the right. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.